Have you ever tossed a pebble into a lake when the water is calm? This is called a ripple effect. And good afternoon or good evening, wherever you are right now, whatever time it is that you're listening to this. I am Dara, and you're listening to the ripple effect. Today would be a good day to start off with a story that caused a ripple in my life. It caused a special effect, a great blessing in my life. For the past 7 years, I have had the awesome, amazing opportunity to go to a local transitional homeless shelter and do art with the ladies at the homeless shelter. I have gone just about every week. Sometimes every once in a while I haven't been, but for the most part, I've spent 7 years once a week going and doing some type of art with the ladies. We've done painting and drawing, and we've made cards, not only for each other, but for other people. We've made cards for veterans, we've made cards for sick children. We've done all kinds of things. They've made gifts for each other, just other people in the shelter. It's been an amazing experience. They've really enjoyed learning new arts and crafts, new ways to do things with art. Just spending time together. We have laughed, we have cried, we have just had so much fun, and they have been such a blessing. I really enjoyed the opportunity to get to do that with them, and they are just sweet, amazing ladies. Last year, I turned 60, and since this is about the time of my birthday this week, my birthday week, I thought I'd share this story with you. I went a couple of days before my birthday to go and do art with the ladies like I usually do. And to my surprise, when I arrived, these precious ladies had done a little surprise party for me. They decorated the little room that we usually have art in, and they decorated the table and hung up a few little decorations. They bought a cake for me, specifically for me, because I have a gluten allergy. A small cake for me to eat, and then they bought one for them to share. And then they bought me these beautiful rainbow colored roses. They were gorgeous. And they all gave me a card and signed it. I was so shocked. I just began to cry. And as you can kind of tell, I'm getting teary eyed now. It was such an amazing, wonderful blessing that these ladies who have very little financially, but they have such a big heart and so much to give and so much to offer. They took what little money they had and what little that they could scrounge up to do that for me. They spent their time and their money and their effort to do something special for me. And they told me the reason they did that for me is because I touched their heart so much and was such a blessing in their life. It just overwhelmed me more than I can tell you. That is a ripple effect. That is what this podcast is about. It's about sharing stories, what other people have done in our lives. It's about the ripple effects that have been caused from something that we've done and what people have done for our lives. I bet most of you out there think, I don't know what I could do to touch somebody else's life. I don't have any special gifts. I don't have any special talents. I'm not creative. I can't come up with something like that. There's all kinds of things that run through our mind. I'm not good enough. I'm not qualified. I can't do that. I don't have any money. And obviously, my story shows you that you don't have to have very much money in order to bless somebody's life. You don't even have to have money to bless somebody's life. There's so many things that you can do to touch somebody else's life. Something simple like seeing somebody across the street, an older person that might not need help getting groceries out of their car and helping them to carry it to their house, or you know that somebody down the street can't mow their yard because they don't have a lawnmower, or they just aren't physically able to do it, and you offer to mow their yard for free or to trim their bushes for free. Any of those little things can cause such a positive effect in somebody else's life and bring such a blessing in their life. That's what the ripple effect is. It's touching other people. One of the things I've done for a long time is I love to write cards. I write cards to my family, I write cards to friends every time a birthday or holiday comes up. And sometimes I just write cards to tell them I'm thinking about them, that I love them, that they've touched my life. I just want them to know how dear they are to me. I just want to bless them in that way. So that's something that you could do. Mailing cards doesn't cost that much money. I just want you to stop and think at the end of this episode today if there's something that you can do to be a ripple in somebody else's life this week. If you're not sure and you can't even think of anything, I have left you with on my website. You can go to my website, dara-leigh.com. And there's a free list for you on the website that you can download, that you can copy. Just a list of just some ideas that you can come up with if you haven't been able to come up with them, that you can try and do this week. I challenge each and every one of you to step out and try to do something that causes a ripple in somebody else's life, that they in turn would think about, hey, this person blessed me. I'm going to turn around and bless somebody else this week. To close out this week, I leave you with that challenge to do what you can do for someone else and be a ripple in their life. You can let me know how that turned out. You can leave me comments on my website, again, at dara-leigh.com. And please come back next week. I have some special guests for you, a conversation that I had with a special friend of mine, and how a ripple effect happened in her life and how God blessed her greatly and continues to work in her life. I've enjoyed our time together. Please come back. Look forward to more. Be blessed, be encouraged, and be a ripple in somebody's life.